One of the most striking issues in the international political arena is that Muslim countries complain about Iran, but not Israel. Golani, who took over the administration in Syria, also preferred to fight Iran-backed forces, not Israel, as a priority. Despite the long-standing rhetoric against Israel in the region, some Muslim states seem more preoccupied with countering Iran than confronting Israel. What is the reason? One of the fundamental reasons for the hostility toward Iran from certain Muslim countries is the sectarian divide between Sunni and Shia Islam. Iran is a Shia-majority nation, while the majority of Muslim countries, particularly in the Arab world, are predominantly Sunni. This sectarian divide has historical roots dating back to the early years of Islam, but in the modern era, it has been exacerbated by political agendas. Sunni-majority countries, especially Saudi Arabia, see Iran as a threat to their religious and political influence. Iran positions itself as the leader of the Shia world and has been accused of spreading its ideology to other Muslim countries. This has led to tensions, as seen in conflicts where Iran is involved, such as in Syria, Yemen, and Lebanon. Furthermore, Iran's revolutionary ideology, which calls for resistance against perceived oppression, has alarmed Sunni rulers who fear its potential to inspire internal dissent within their own nations. Unlike Israel, which is perceived as an external adversary, Iran is seen as an internal disruptor within the Muslim world. Iran has engaged in a strategy of expanding its influence through proxy groups, which has alarmed neighboring Sunni-majority countries. First, Yemen. Iran supports the Houthi rebels, a Shia militia fighting against the Saudi-backed Yemeni government. This has led to a prolonged war with Saudi Arabia, viewing Iran as a direct threat to its security. Second, Syria. Iran has backed Assad's regime for decades, strengthening Shia influence in a country that was once dominated by a Sunni majority. This has frustrated Sunni-majority nations like Turkey and Saudi Arabia. Third, Lebanon. Hezbollah, a powerful Shia militia, is heavily supported by Iran and operates as a state within a state, posing a direct challenge to Sunni political groups in Lebanon. Fourth, Iraq. Iran wields significant influence over Iraq's Shia-led government and militias, further deepening regional sectarian divisions. Fifth, Bahrain. Iran has been accused of attempting to incite the Shia-majority population of Bahrain against its Sunni rulers, fueling ongoing unrest. Sixth, Afghanistan. Iran has established ties with various militant groups in Afghanistan, further complicating regional security and causing concern among Sunni-majority nations. Iran's involvement in these conflicts has made it an adversary to Sunni Arab states, many of whom see it as a greater immediate threat than Israel. Many Sunni-majority countries view Iran's influence as a threat to their national sovereignty. Unlike Israel, which does not have the ability or ambition to interfere in the internal politics of most Arab nations, Iran is actively involved in spreading its ideology. This influence is seen as destabilizing, as it often leads to sectarian violence and internal discord. Countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain accuse Iran of attempting to incite Shia populations within their borders against their governments. These nations fear that Iran's influence could lead to domestic uprisings, particularly in regions with significant Shia populations. The fear of Iranian-backed insurgencies has led these countries to crack down on Shia political movements, further widening the sectarian rift. The geopolitical struggle between Iran and other Muslim nations is also driven by economic interests. Iran and Saudi Arabia are both major oil producers, and their competition in the energy market adds another layer to their rivalry. Saudi Arabia, along with its allies in the Gulf Cooperation Council, seeks to dominate the global oil market, while Iran, facing international sanctions, struggles to maintain its economic standing. Additionally, Iran's pursuit of nuclear capabilities has heightened tensions. While Israel's nuclear program is an open secret, Iran's nuclear ambitions are perceived as an existential threat by Sunni Arab states. The fear that Iran might develop nuclear weapons has led to increased military cooperation between Arab countries and Western powers, particularly the United States. Moreover, Many Sunni-majority nations have strengthened economic and military ties with Western powers, and even with Israel. The normalization of relations between Israel and several Arab nations under the Abraham Accords is a testament to the shifting priorities in the region. These countries see economic cooperation with Israel as more beneficial than continuous hostility, while Iran remains a destabilizing force in their view. The United States has played a significant role in shaping the regional dynamics of the Middle East. While historically supporting Israel, the U.S. has also backed Sunni-majority countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Egypt. American foreign policy has often focused on containing Iran rather than confronting Israel, further aligning Sunni states against Iran. U.S. sanctions on Iran have hindered its economy and military capabilities, while U.S. military support to Gulf states has strengthened their ability to counter Iranian influence. This external influence has contributed to the perception that Iran is a greater threat than Israel. Additionally, the U.S. withdrawal from key agreements such as the Iran nuclear deal has increased tensions, forcing Sunni countries to adopt a more aggressive stance against Tehran. Despite decades of hostility toward Israel, many Muslim countries have begun shifting their stance. While the Palestinian issue remains a point of contention, Israel is not actively involved in the internal politics of Arab nations in the same way Iran is. Many Arab leaders see Israel as a regional power that can be engaged with diplomatically rather than as an existential threat. Additionally, Israel shares a common enemy with many Sunni-majority countries, Iran. This shared concern has led to intelligence sharing and even military cooperation between Israel and other Middle Eastern countries. The possibility of a joint Arab-Israeli effort to counter Iran is increasingly likely as both parties have overlapping security concerns. The reasons why some Muslim countries are more focused on countering Iran rather than Israel are deeply rooted in sectarianism, geopolitics, and economic interests. Iran's expansionist policies, support for proxy groups, and ideological influence pose a direct threat to Sunni-majority nations. Unlike Israel, which is viewed as an external actor, Iran is perceived as an internal destabilizing force, actively working to spread its influence and undermine Sunni leadership. As regional alliances continue to shift, the divide between Sunni Arab states and Iran is likely to remain one of the most defining conflicts in the Middle East. Although this situation provides some geopolitical advantages, it poses a major obstacle to the formation of political, social, and cultural unity among Muslims. Otherwise, Israel's regional dominance will be achieved much more easily this way.